Oyedepo begs Ogun government for floating ban on large gathering. Bishop David Oyedepo, President Living Faith Worldwide, has apologized to Ogun State government for floating its order on large gatherings in view of the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. Thousands of worshippers thronged the Living Faith Church in Ogun State on Sunday in defiance of government directive banning gatherings in excess of 50 in the state. A remorseful Oyedepo, after social media bashing, has apologized for his action. The apology, letter issued by Pastor Steve Oga, Special Assistant to Bishop David Oyedepo, read: "It has become necessary to issue this statement to clarify issues surrounding why Faith Tabernacle, the international headquarters of Living Faith Church, Ota in Ogun State, held its regular church service today through with less than half of her regular worshippers. There has been diverse responses, varying from well-meaning concerns to uncharitable insinuations, misinterpretations, and unfounded allegations that the service was held in deliberate defiance of Ogun State government's ban on high-density gatherings in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. Nothing can be further from the truth. For avoidance of doubt, as stakeholders and as a responsible organizations, Living Faith Church fully supports and encourages compliance with all initiatives of government to combat the spread of this dreaded virus. However, information has to be strategically disseminated to the grassroots, noting that the church is a family and not an industry. It is for this reason that enlightenment and sensitization from the church platform is a most effective way to get people involved in playing their part in time of prayers and intercessions, and not just staying away from church without knowing what to do. Invariably, a press release from the office of the camp president through a special assistant on media on Saturday, March 21st, 2020, expressed the same position that members who may gather in church premises, many of whom may not be aware of these regulations, should be allowed to worship for the purpose of enlightenment on the subject matter. As we all know, the church is made up of both literate and illiterate congregants. Many are not in touch with any of the modern platform of communication, and this is what we did yesterday. Indeed, the service was devoted entirely to sensitizing and mobilizing members of the church regarding the danger of this deadly virus and the need to comply with government directives. The bishop has since engaged Ogun State government at the highest level to clarify this issue and any misgiving and reiterated the full support of the church for the state government's efforts to ensure public safety toward curtailing the spread of this deadly virus. He appreciates the opportunity of direct engagement and the understanding of the government. Corporations to safeguard public safety is not just a moral obligation or civic responsibility. The church also considers it a spiritual duty. For instance, to show how law abiding our organization is and in compliance with government directives, all our primary and secondary schools across the nation have been directed to close down. Also, our students at Landmark University, Umuara, Kwara State, were sent back home, while Covenant University students who are currently on vacation were instructed to stay back at home while awaiting further directives from government. As a responsible and law abiding organization, we wish to state that we will ensure compliance with the government directives in all our churches across the state. The church shall continue to engage all necessary logistics to ensure compliance with government directives and continue to pray for speedy divine intervention to stem this deadly virus. Thank you for listening to this news. Viewers, this is actually a plea from the Bishop of Living Faith Church, Bishop Oyedepo. Well, the solicitation is carried anyway, and it's worth welcoming. But then I will say that this has to do with human life. And if you look at the congregation of Living Faith Church, you will see that we are talking about a congregation of trillions of people. A parish can cover millions of people. And what is the connectivity with the connectivity between this virus and the congregation? The connectivity is not far-fetched. It's very easy to get infected with this virus when in the midst of crowd. And it's very easy to get infected when in touch with anyone infected with the virus. And I will say that this is one of the very good reasons why the government have to place a stop on the gathering of attending religious gathering. Bishop Oyedepo's plea is still observable and welcoming, but then I will still advise and plead to Bishop Oyedepo to still try to understand the situation on ground and see reason why the situation to to be abide. It needs abiding because we are talking about lives here. God will not allow us to see anything bad. The word of God can still be spread, just like Deeper Life Pastor have said that the bank cannot stop him from spreading or preaching the word of God. It can still be done on satellite. You can deliver your preaching, your message from the satellite, and it will definitely reach your members. The word of God is what they need. Physical look, physical appearance, doesn't matter. The word is what they want. They want to receive that word, and that is what they want. I know you are a man that really and truly wants your members to be very close to God. But then we really need to uh, to get ourselves protected from this heinous virus. I know that by the grace of God, all of this will come to an end with time. I want to urge the members on their own to keep to instructions, to heed to instructions. Let us not be disobedient. Let us do all that it takes to put an end to this crime, just as it has been stated by Donald Trump that someone has just been free from the virus. I know that very soon, a complete cure will be made available, and that success story provided by or announced by Donald Trump will surely go round. What's your comment concerning this?